Hey guys, well thanks for tuning in to another project truck build. So this one was some frustrations. I ended up ordering the wrong rocker panels, and I'm going to take you along and show you where I screwed up. So in here we got some rocker panels gum cut out, but I ordered the wrong ones. So the ones I should have ordered were these ones. These are the full-size rocker panels. The ones that I did order originally was this style. So these ones, they don't quite go up the A pillar or the B pillar that far. They just cover up the rust in the rocker. What I didn't realize was these are called slip-on rocker patch panels. So you're not meant to cut everything out. These are meant to slip over your original. You treat the rust, you glue these on, happy days. I cut everything out, and that's where everything got super frustrating for me, and I couldn't get anything lined up. So we got the full-size ones now. I'm gonna recut it out right there and up there, and hopefully this works out way better for me. So here's a mutt. It's rough life being a dog, ain't it, buddy? Yeah. Anyways, so this is what I'm working on here. And man, this has been a test of my patience. Now, I am by no means a body man. This is the first time doing this. So the first piece I got, the first rocker I got, wasn't the full-size rocker. And when I cut it to get rid of all the rust that I need to get rid of, the panel was just a little too short. Plus, this part right here, I could not, it was hanging down way too low, and I was just running out of material to work with. So I ended up getting the full rockers, which come up higher, gives you more to work with. I called a buddy who is a body man, and he told me to line it up with this fender hole. Did that. He also gave me another good tip, and that is to screw it in place first. I did the old YouTube universities like most of you guys, and I'm watching all these guys and they're spot welding them in. And then they're cutting off the spot weld when they need to adjust it, which is all fine until you start running out of material to work with. And yeah. So he gave me the idea to screw it in. So I used some wafer screws, screwed it in. This piece, still too far, still too low. So took that piece there last night, put it on the anvil, made a relief cut back here because this needed to bend out. And yeah, so put it on the anvil, got this to where it's acceptable. It still needs some work, but it's acceptable right now. But now this piece is too far in from this piece, so I'm thinking I'm gonna make a relief cut here and bend this out. Same within here. This piece is actually pretty good where I want it, but we're too far in. So I'm gonna make a relief cut here so this can move out. Stitch that up. Won't cut the curve at all, so it looks factory. And then this corner is in as well as this in. So, but it's looking better. But this is the trick. Wafer screws. Wafer screw your shit in first and then weld it. Man, if I would have known that with the first one, it would have saved me a whole lot of frustration. Same with this side. This side's lining up good. Feels good here. A little bit big of a gap to weld. And then I'm thinking I'll need a relief cut right here because this is a lot sharper of a corner than this corner right here. But it's lining up good, or better than it first did. So yeah, let's keep trying to tackle this, and once that's in place, spot weld it in and I'm happy. I'll throw the cab corner on and hopefully she gets all good and we'll get this this side of the truck done this weekend. That'd be awesome. Cool. Okay, so we got those relief cuts cut in. I now tacked those in place. I hammered them so that with my hand, everything all feels pretty good. Got a bit of a gap to weld, unfortunately. I shouldn't have trimmed that last 1/8 of an inch off because now I could have used the 1/4 of an inch. But that's why you got a hot glue gun. I got this relief tacked up here and tacked down here. Gonna pull the panel off. We're gonna hammer and dolly it to make sure it's smooth. It's a little bit raised right here, but when I go to weld this piece in, I think I accidentally tapped this in too, so we'll make sure that's all flush. But it feels pretty good to the old hand. So we got this, the back side, all hot glued in place. I had to make a relief cut right there, just so I could get this to line up. That wasn't a sharp enough bend right there. And got her started to spot weld. Gonna go do the underneath right now. But man, any newbies gonna be doing sheet metal like myself here. Everybody else that I watched doing the YouTube University, they would just tack it in place. If they messed up, they drill it out and, you know, re-weld it. You lose material very quickly doing it that way. Using these self-tapping wafer screws, awesome. So I did every second spot weld, and you just pull it out, spot weld it up, good to go. I got it screwed on the underneath as well too, holding it in place. We're gonna fill those gaps with the old hot glue gun. Got one tech screw right there. Gonna shoot for having this burned in tonight. So we got the front corner. Well, we got the driver's side rocker all welded in, test fitted with the door, filled any pinholes with the welder, shut the lights off of the shop, and Put a flashlight in behind there to see if I could add any pinholes. Now I'm gonna throw some Bondo on the front here and smooth her all out. Hang the door. Good boy, Shadow. Okay, so doing my first coat of body filler. We're using this mini fiber stuff. According to the directions on it, you can put it right over rust if you wanna. I'm not gonna do that. But why my buddy told me to use this stuff is when you're making your seam, sometimes you can have pinholes in your weld. And apparently this stuff is less susceptible to bubbling out the Bondo. Learn another tip. When you put your coat on, put it on and don't touch it. I ended up having to sand pretty much all of the first coat off and redoing the first coat because I made a mess of it. But that's all part of learning. So now to throw the other Bondo on and throw some primer on it. So I got this all painted up, got the mud on her painted up, got the door hung, new pins pushed in. Once the paint cures on the bottom of the door, we're gonna put a jack underneath the door to raise this body line. So hopefully that will tweak those hinges enough that I can make up that about 1/8 of an inch difference. If not, I gotta drill out those hinges and put different hinges in, and I don't really wanna do that. But there's the new rocker, halfway done. Gonna do the cab corner now. Everything's lining up pretty nicely. Hey guys, well thanks again for tuning in to this week's truck project build here. I ended up getting some paint splashed on after I finished blocking out the Bondo on this cab corner right here. Anyways, follow along for the next week's video. Catch you guys later.